All right. Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Distasteful here.
I was going to say very tasteful here.
Miss Elegant here.
Thank you. Miss Dainty. Actually, that was my name. Well, like...
That was your name?
Long story short, if you've never seen Austen Land, go check it out if you have a girlfriend or wife, or you are a girl and you love Jane Austen. Or you
just like Jane Austen.
Yeah.
And be a girl.
It's true.
Come on.
I love Austen Land. Plus, that's my boyfriend in it, J.J. Fields. But I do love it. And
not my name.
And the idea is you go and like you're basically living as if you're in the Regency era. And there's a little part about picking names. And
I've done that.
A couple of friends and I, we like figured out what would your name be if we were in this movie. And I was told I would be Miss Dainty.
Miss Dainty.
Miss Dainty.
I found out that I was called Mr. Handsome, and I just accepted it. Oh, very
Mr.
nice.
BS.
Big shoulders? Not that big. And we are going to check out some more Lee Evans.
Ugh.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
And what's he talking about?
Made up countries at the Olympics. Oh, I cannot wait.
And yes, so it's more our inability to have all the countries' names memorized than it is made up countries, but it does seem that way when you're like, what? It is pretty cool though at the Olympics when they say this is this country's first ever Olympian or first ever medal of any kind. That's pretty cool.
I do love that.
Love the Olympics. Not as much as my mom. Hi, Mom. She loves the Olympics. She watches every single thing. I like the competition. I love sports. And I definitely, I'm not going to lie, I like seeing the medal count. Go USA, let's go. But excited to check out this. To react to Lee Evans. He's the best. We have so many of his videos that we've reacted to on our channel. So if you want to watch those reactions, please check them out. If you like this one in particular, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel. It truly does help. And hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video. I never know what to do with my hands. And apparently I talk a lot with my hands.
I do too, but I know what you do with them. Keep them out of my face.
Not touching, can't get mad. Not touching, can't get mad. Miss me. Not touching, can't get mad. I thought you were going to hit your face with it. Here, you can kiss my hand. I'll allow it. Thank you. A little more.
I got to do it like the Regency era.
And then if you do it like the romance novels, you take my hand and you kiss my palm.
And that seems below me. All right. Speaking of...
Kiss my palm, please.
We are...
You don't love me? You're going to let her love die?
Here we...
It's been rejected. Thank you.
The opening ceremony at the Olympics. I love that. You know, because the athletes come out and parade around the track in blazers and slacks. You know, they look like a bunch of holiday reps. You know, they come out with these countries you only hear of at the Olympics. They come out and they go like, gonorrhea. Herpes. He's making them up. He just comes out. Made up, he's Stan. That's his name, Stan. He just whips out the back, puts on another jacket. He comes out. He's back, is Stan.
That was good.
Nice. That's good, yeah. Very clever.
And some of the events at the Olympics, you know, the triple jump. What's that? The indecisive event. That's what that is. Who come up with that? Some bloke who couldn't decide quite what to do. It's like you run and then you hop and then skip and what the That's the long jump and some bugger stuck a load of extra stuff in it. That's like having the javelin and before you throw you go and up and twirl and round and
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
You know? And the word about athletes taking drugs. You know when an athlete's taking drugs because he wins the gold for the 5,000 meters, but 9 jump. There's only one sport they never take drugs in. Bowls. Bowls. No, you never see some old granny, do you? Roll a bowl like that and then chase after it by going like that. Why do they chase after it like that? It's too late, love. You've rolled it. There's all you can do now. Don't see that in other sports, like the shot put. He doesn't bung it and then chase after it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. They love
the gymnastics. I love that. That's fucking brilliant. Because they always mess up the dismount. You know, they do all that work on the apparatus and they land and they f up. They go like, You'd say, when you do, practice that bit. You shit at it.
Wow.
But the dismount's the hardest bit. It is. It's hard to dismount. You ever been bouncing on your kid's trampoline at home and you get off onto solid ground? Oh, let me get me legs. Let me get me legs.
That or I just twisted my ankle.
So just getting off the bus is hard enough. No, I'm serious. You get off the bus, you're adjusting yourself, what we doing, where we going. You know, you don't get off the bus and go like that, do you? Millets.
Okay, for the record, every time I get off a train or a bus when I'm in the UK, I'm going to be like, I'm going to.
Then you gotta like get excited. Yes, I did it.
Millets. I love the men's balance beam. I love that in the gymnastics. The men's balance beam, because you know he's inches away of catching the twins. You know he's one flip away from cauliflower beanbag, you know? It's only one race he's good for then. Walking race, that one. That's not walking. That's not walking, is it? If you said to a girl, can I walk you home, love? All right. Keep up, man.
Keep up, man.
The fast walk.
I love his voice. She became so masculine. All right, keep up, man. My God, I don't know if I want to walk you home. I'm good.
Okay, so I don't know the sports unless they're the very in your face, like the bounce beam I know, and the swimming I know. What is this throw and then keep like catching up with the ball that he was talking about?
He was just talking about bowling.
Oh,
I don't know
bowling.
if that.
Okay.
I think he was talking about bowling.
Okay.
Because I don't know who chases after it. I think maybe like superstitious people like, oh, please be good. That part I wasn't exactly sure. Maybe he was talking about a different sport. Maybe he's talking about the curling, or I don't know what he was talking about there. But as far as like the apparatus, the pommel horse, you know, that thing that they get on and they're like going in and out with their legs and you're not allowed to touch it or whatever.
Yes.
There was a really cool story this last Olympics. So the U.S. women have always done amazing.
That's the one with the handles on the beam?
Yeah.
Okay.
The U.S. men have never really done them amazing. I think it had been like 20 plus years since they even medaled. And so we had this team of men gymnasts, and they were in contention for a medal. And there was this one guy who they brought along. I think they have like 6 maybe, and you need 4 at least. So you have like your 2 backups or your specialists. This guy's really good at this event, so he's gonna be one of our 3 or 4 for this event. I forget his name, but he had glasses. He was muscular for a gymnast, but he was kind of thin with glasses. Easy Clark Kent references type of stuff, nerdy references. And he was told, like, last minute, we need you to come on because the other guy's not going to be able to do it. He's injured. So he went with them to the Olympics. And this was his one event. And they needed him to do really, really well to get a chance to medal. And he just absolutely rocked it. Again, he just looked like a stereotypical nerdy guy if it wasn't for his broad shoulders and his muscles for being a gymnast. And he just killed it. He helped them get a medal. It was such a cool story because he was so humble about it, too. And he was like, let's go. But it was a lot of fun. Gymnastics is a lot of fun for me to watch. Not just because the U.S. are amazing, but the things that these gymnasts do, unbelievable. Like the men events with the bars where they hang from it and they pull themselves up and it's crazy. The different uneven bars with the girls flying around.
I know that.
Balance beam is absolutely insane. The vault that both men and women do, it's incredible. I love the Olympics.
You know, when you're talking about all this stuff and saying how the U.S. is so good at it, it's not to be like rude or brag, but it kind of also goes into
I'm definitely not trying to brag. It's just the country I'm from.
Well, and not just that, but it also kind of, if you think about it, goes into why you could say that a lot of Americans don't know their country extremely well, and the fact that we're just so big. We have so many people to choose from because our country is so large.
Yes.
If you compare, I mean, I know you're going to take it back a little, but if you compare Europe and a lot of little countries,
No,
it's like our states.
It's definitely,
our states could
it's
be their
definitely
own country.
ginormous, just like China's ginormous, just like India's
Russia.
ginormous, Russia. But I believe the biggest reason why America does well at most Olympics, usually in the top 3 medal count, is because of the huge amount of money invested into it.
True.
The huge amount of athletic opportunity. I mean, when I'm going around on Saturday mornings, going to garage sales, I'm driving by soccer field or soccer field or soccer field, and there's just mobs of people.
Very sports.
Just there. Like,
heavy.
Sports is such a big thing, and you know, so many parents get so into it, they get thrown out of games because they're yelling and arguing when their 8-year-olds just trying to have some fun playing soccer. Like, sports is such a big part of our country, and there's so much money invested into the Olympics and this or that. And then you hear these horror stories about how, you know, these Olympians, they go off, they're amateurs, so they're not getting paid for it.
Yeah,
the Olympics committee is making billions of dollars, and these people are, anyways. But I think that's a big part of it. Yes, you have a lot of big population to choose from, but also the money that's invested into it. And so you have other countries that maybe have somewhat comparable populations, but maybe not the same amount of money or the same amount of, you know, whatever. It's not going to do so well.
It's true. We do put a lot of money into sports, and we have so many people, so many children who, at a young age, even in my classes, students who are, what do you want to do when you grow up? I'm going to be pro soccer player. I'm going to be pro baseball player. And like, that's awesome, but deep down, I'm always thinking, but what's your backup plan? Because it's you and millions of other people.
And they could go on to do great things, but you can't help to be like, well, what are you going to do just in case?
Yeah, that's it. I never say that.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot so badly. Never happened, right? If I just said, well, not that this is what happens, but I'm going to sit around and do nothing until I get my pilot's license. No, you got to make something happen. So with being a pilot, you can become a pilot, right? You have control of that. With being a professional athlete, you don't have all the control. And
the problem is that, especially in the United States, when a kid has talent, they stop. They really don't focus on academics. They focus completely on the sport, and they get pushed through the system because they're good at the sport. So whatever schools they're at, I mean, I see it at my own school, whatever school they're at, because they're good, it's like, oh, just make sure they get a passing grade because we really need them to play.
Yeah.
And it's like you're setting them up for failure if they get injured or if they don't end up going pro.
And that's just different priorities for different people.
Cultures.
Some people value education a lot within the same country. Some people...
Yeah, we value education.
What's that big deal about school? Who cares? Let's give them some sport. I mean, everyone's different, to each their own. I thought it was hilarious that Uzbekistan...
that was great.
Was a really, really good one.
That was
very,
great.
very
He's
clever.
Back again.
Let us know what you think about our reaction to this. Thank you so much for watching. Always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.